All of the new Death Knight cards have been revealed for March of the Lich King. Now we gotta see which Death Knight card is the best. Horn of Winter, so this is 2 Frost, refresh 2 mana crystal. It really depends on how good Frost combo is. I'm not sure if we really need to refresh 2 mana crystals for 0 mana, but it's like Lightning Bloom, but worse. Would we play Lightning Bloom, but worse? Probably not. It's probably fine. I think if there's like a combo deck, it's probably good enough. Like, I feel like most of the time, if you top deck this, you're gonna be pretty upset. Body Bagger, 1 mana 1/3 battlecry, gain a corpse and it's undead. I mean, 1 mana 1/3, it's neutral. You don't even have to have any like freaking elements or runes to be, this card's insane. This card's nuts. Gain a corpse for a 1 mana 1/3, ship it, I'm in. Bone Breaker, 1 Frost, 1 mana 2/2, after your hero attacks a minion, deal damage. Deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Oh, 1 mana 2/2 weapon. Wow, you guys want to see how far Hearthstone's come? Oh my God, dude, look at this. What the hell? It's so much worse. Jesus, man. 1 Frost for it too. It's not even that bad to get. Yeah, that's a good card. Heart Strike, 1 mana blood. Okay, so 1 mana, 1 blood rune. Heart Strike, deal 3 damage to a minion. If it kills it, gain a corpse. So blood is on the defensive side. I mean, this is fine. It's not great to top deck in the late game though. You're not super excited about it, but I mean, in the early game, 1 mana, deal 3, it's probably playable. Icy Touch. So this is neutral, 1 mana, deal 2 damage to an enemy and freeze it. This is good. What the hell? Imagine if this was given to like Shaman. What the hell? This card's pretty good. It probably will get experimented with. I don't think it's gonna be like must play though. Noxious Cadaver, 1 mana 1/2 for 1 blood rune. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to an enemy and your hero undone. For blood, I want control, and this doesn't feel very control-y. It's not bad. I just don't know why you would ever run it. So probably not going to be playable. Plagued Grain. This is 3 undead runes, or unholy runes, sorry. 1 mana, gain 4 corpses, shuffle 4 crates into your deck that summon a 2/2 undead when drawn. Is it worth going full unholy for this? I mean, there's probably other cards that support this, so this is probably fine. Shuffle 4 crates in your deck that summon 2/2s when drawn, undead as well. It really, like, if going triple unholy is great, this card's insane. That's basically what it is. Rune Foraging, 1 mana, neutral Death Knight, draw a weapon, spend a corpse to reduce its cost by 1 shadow. Wait, isn't this broken? Isn't this like 10 out of 10? Like, this is so good that every single time they print a weapon, this is like, you gotta be so scared. It's like 0 mana to draw a weapon. Pretty nuts. Skeletal Sidekick, 1 mana 1/2 battlecry, give a friendly undead +2 attack, and it's undead. Could probably see it in unholy, but I think other than unholy, I don't know why you would want this. I'm not even gonna bother trying to pronounce that. Frostbreaker, 1 mana 1/2 1 frost, battlecry, gain +1 attack for each frost spell in your hand. There's a lot of neutral frost spells in Death Knight, isn't there? This card's so bad if you draw it later in the game though. Yeah, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's gonna be playable. Battlefield Necromancer, 2 mana 2/3 for 2 unholy runes. At the end of your turn, raise a corpse as a 1/2 risen footman with taunt. I would need to play this on 2 mana. You would need something to die. The best case scenario for this is playing this on turn 2 and getting a 1/2 with taunt, but you need a corpse to die. How likely? So it's really good with that 1 mana spell we saw earlier, because you're just basically set. This is a must kill card on turn 2 if you play that card. This card actually might be insane. This card might actually be like really, really nutty. Blood Tap. Okay, 2 blood runes, 2 mana, give all your minions in your hand +1/+1, spend 3 corpses to give them +1/+1 more. Would I spend 3 more corpses to give? So would I spend 2 mana +3 corpses to give my hand +2/+2? Maybe. I don't think it's very good. I don't know why I would want this over anything else. Like, the bigger thing about this card is that I'm putting this in for another card. Bone Digger Geist, 2 mana 2/2 1 unholy rune. Battlecry, spend a corpse to gain +1/+2. If I have a corpse die on turn 1, this is a 3/4 for 2 mana, and it's an undead. That's not bad. Is that better than what else I could put in my deck? Maybe. We just saw another 2 mana card that was just miles better. And this card, I'm not running a 2 mana 2/2 without a corpse. And later in the game, it's not good. Yeah, I'm not too optimistic on that. Dark Transformation, 2 mana 1 unholy rune, transform an undead into a 4/5 undead monstrosity. Okay, so we saw this. I saw this card like pretty early on, and the worst case scenario is you're spending 4 mana to deal 1 damage to your opponent, and then you have a 4/5. Now this card's good if you have undead already on the board, and then you just like hit face and trade or something like that. I mean, it's probably good. It's a good card. There's no way it's not good. Sure. Okay, Death Chiller. 2 frost, 2 mana, 2/3 after you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to 2 random enemies. So this is Flame Waker or Death Knight. It's 1 mana cheaper, but it can't go face twice. I could see this being ran in like a triple frost deck where you want to clear a board while drawing a bunch of cards and hitting your opponent's face. I don't think it's like insane, but it's not bad. Defrost. Shouldn't this not be a frost spell? Wait, what? Oh, you clever devs. 2 mana, 1 frost, draw a card, spend 2 corpses, draw another. It's frost. Broken. This card's insane. 2 mana to draw 2 cards? Actually insane. Like with basically not really even a prerequisite because you're gonna get corpses probably by the time you play this. Worst case scenario, 2 mana to draw 1. It's not awful. Frost Strike, 2 mana, 2 frost runes, deal 3 damage to a minion. If that kills it, discover a frost rune card. It's a good card. 2 frost for it though. I don't know, we'll see. Harbinger of Winter. 2 mana, 2 frost, 2/2, death while draw a frost spell, it's undead. So it's like Loot Hoarder, but you're drawing a frost spell, it's also undead. You have to be 2 frost for it. We just saw a better draw, so this card's not great. What the hell is this? Hematurge? Sure, let's go with that. 2 mana, 2/3, 2 blood runes, battlecry, spend a corpse to discover a blood rune card. If I'm going for blood and I want control cards, and I can guarantee get another blood rune card in my deck, that's nuts. And spending a corpse for that? Yeah, no, that's so good. Necrotic Mortician. 2 mana, 2/3, 2 undead, 2 unholy. Battlecry, if a friendly undead died after your last turn, discover an unholy rune card. This is like this card, but it's just the unholy version, so it's like good. Obliterate, destroy a minion, your hero takes damage equal to its health. I mean, it's pretty good. I'd put this in like almost every control deck if I could. I'd put this in Warlock. Yeah, that's good. That's a good card. Plague Strike, 2 mana, 1 unholy, deal 3 damage to a minion. If it kills it, summon a 2/2 zombie with rush. Is that better than cards that we've seen so far? I don't know about that, but it is pretty good. Like if you were going against the mirror match or you're going against another aggro deck, it could like win you the game. Like it's such an impactful card on turn 2. Empiric Blood. Okay, I think this card's broken. Give your hero +5 health. Jesus, man. I think once control blood, it becomes refined. This card is going to be one of the most annoying cards to play against. I think it's so nutty. Vicious Bloodworm. 2 mana, 3/2, 1 blood. Give a minion in your hand attack equal to this minion's attack. It's a beast. So this is going into the hand buff variant. Okay, I will say this. We have learned from Paladin over the years that if you don't have good hand buffing tools, hand buffing usually doesn't do anything. No, I don't think this is that good. Yeah. Acolyte of Death, 3 mana, 3/4 frost. After a friendly undead dies, draw a card. I think this goes in more of like 1 frost, 2 unholy rather than just frost. It's really good with unholy, man. I think it's good. I don't know if it's top 10 though. Put the 1/1 Reborn to drop this. Yeah, it's a lot of card draw. Fuck, this card is so spooky, man. We've seen this card. I don't know. I don't know if I would ever want to put this in my deck, but I think if I discovered it, I'm happy with getting anti-magic shield. It's good for a board if you have a wide board, but how often is +1/+1 going to matter? I don't know. I'm not too optimistic on that. Asphyxiate, 3 mana, 2 blood. Destroy the highest attack enemy minion. Yo, the artwork's kind of messed up. He's literally getting choked. 3 mana to kill the highest attack minion. It's very comparable to Shadow or Death in the fact that you don't always run death because there's often just better removal. If this is Death Knight's best removal for high attack minions, it's probably gonna get ran. I just don't think it's a really good card. Blightfang, 3 mana, 1 unholy, 3/3. Battlecry, infect all enemy minions. When they die, you summon a 2/2 zombie with taunt. This card is probably gonna be really annoying to deal with. Dude, this is one unholy. I mean, if aggro's in the game, bro, if aggro's in the game, this card is broken. This card is so good. It's so good. Chill Fallen Baron. 3 mana, 2/2, Battlecry and Death Rattle, draw a card. It's undead. What the hell? What is this? This is so good. Dude, why can't this just be a neutral card? Why do they have to give this to Death Knight? All right, insane. Dark Fallen Neophyte. 3 mana, 1 blood rune, 2/5, Battlecry, spend 2 corpses to give all minions in your hand +2 attack. What's with the hand buffing, man? This is bright. I don't like this card. They're pushing some kind of hand buff Death Knight, which, I mean, maybe at some point it might be good, but currently I'm not optimistic on this at all. Glacial Advance, 3 mana, 1 frost, deal 4 damage. Your next spell this turn costs 2 less. God, that's a spicy card. Can combo into each other too. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Broken. We don't have to discuss this one. This one's broken. Actually, so fucked. For one unholy, it's so good. I would take this just for the amount of corpses you're gonna get from this. Howling Blast, 1 frost, 3 mana, deal 3 damage to an enemy, freeze it, deal 1 damage to all their enemies. Wow, that's just swipe, but better. There's actually so much utility in this card. What the hell? This card's nuts. Beat Grinder, 3 mana, 3/4, 1 unholy. Battlecry, shred a random minion in your deck to gain 3 corpses. I'm not even gonna discuss that card. It's pretty, that seems so bad. 3 mana, 2/3, 2 frost, Rime Fang Sword. After your hero attacks, reduce the cost of a spell in your hand by 1. So this is free over 3 turns. You're also doing 6 damage. 2 frost. Do I want this card? I don't think I want this card. This card's comparable to like the shaman weapon, like discounts a Battlecry minion. The problem with this card is like you have to put in, you have to be able to swing 3 times. Generally playing a 3 mana 2/3 is not great for a weapon. I think it's like the 30th card if you're gonna put it in. I don't know. Nah, I'm over it. I don't think it's broken. I don't even think it's top 10. Soulbreaker, 3 mana 3/2, 1 blood rune. After your hero attacks, kill a minion, gain 2 corpses. Like I'd rather have this weapon. I'd rather have this weapon than this weapon. You generally want like control of the board as blood, and then you get 2 corpses if you're killing minions. So I think this is way better. All right, Unholy Frenzy. 3 mana, choose an enemy minion. Your minions attack it and resummon any of that die. That seems pretty good. If I'm playing Unholy, I generally already have a board per se, and then I get to go face, and then I get to kill their minion, and then I get to resummon all my minions potentially, right? I think this is fine. The fact that they resummon is pretty nuts. I'm not gonna bother pronouncing this. Deathbringer, 3 mana, 2 unholy, 3/3, taunt, death rattle, spend 3 corpses to summon a 3/3 risen. Again, I'm not gonna say it with taunt. Garbage. This is the worst card we've seen from Death Knight so far. This is horrible. Why would I ever want this? What is this? Death Strike, 1 blood, 4 mana, lifesteal, deal 6 damage to a minion. 4 mana to deal 6 damage to a minion is not great, but getting a lifesteal like potential with that is not bad. It's not a top 10 card, but it's fine. Grave Strength, 4 mana, 3 unholy. Give your minions +1 attack, spend 5 corpses to give them +3 instead. Dude, I hate this card and I haven't even played against it yet. 5 corpses seems like too much. I mean, not an unholy. If you're going triple unholy for this, you're probably gonna have a lot of corpses already. That seems really good. It really comes down to how easy is it to actually get 5 corpses by the time it hits to turn 4. This card is absolutely garbage if you don't have a board though. I mean, it's good. You probably put a 1-of in it, and then your opponent has to be able to clear your board every single turn. Otherwise, you just kind of die. It's probably good. I don't think it's like top 10 worthy, but it seems very strong. Lady Death Whisper, 4 mana 4/3, 3 frost. Death Rattle, copy all frost spells in your hand. It's undone. 4 mana 4/3, 3 frost. Death Rattle, copy all frost spells in your hand, and it's an undead for 3 frost. This is probably the difference of you killing your opponent or not. It's really good to copy some spells in your hand. There's a lot of value that can be had with this card. But the question is, do you need this much value? Triple frost is almost guaranteed to be combo, right? I'm trying to think if like in Rogue, if I run this card. I don't know if I would run this in Rogue. I mean, it's fine. I don't think it's top 10, but it's fine. Malignant. I've never seen this word in my life. What is this? 4 mana 2/5. Oh my god. 4 mana 2/4. Horror. Reborn. At the end of your turn, spend 5 corpses to summon a copy of this minion. Holy shit. This is super spooky. All right. Am I putting a 4 mana 2/4 reborn in my deck? Probably not. Would I spend a 4 mana 2/4 and 5 corpses to summon another 2/4? That feels bad. That sucks. Might of Menethil, 4 mana 4/2. Battlecry, spend 3 up to 3 corpses, freeze that many enemy minions. I like this card. This is a pretty good card. Actually, it's 4 mana though. 4 mana for a 4/2 weapon to freeze is not bad. Nerubian Swarm Guard, 4 mana 1/3, 1 unholy. Taunt, Battlecry, summon 2 copies of this minion, and it's an undead. This is like that. Doesn't Warrior have a spell that's the exact same thing? But I guess this can be hand buffed. You need to buff it. It's not bad because it's like 4 mana for 3 corpses, but yeah, I don't really like it. Remorseless Winter, 4 mana 1 frost. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. Draw a card. I like this card. I would play this card. Would you guys play this card? I would play this card. Actually insane. Actually insanely good. Repulse. What the frick? Oh, Gargantuan. Okay, Repulsive Gargantuan. Whoa, I like the art here. 4 mana 3/6/1 frost. Enemy characters can't be healed. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's my favorite text ever on a card. That is crazy. Ooh, that's spicy, man. The problem with this card is that it's 4 mana. I would have preferred a card that was like 2 mana 0/6. Therision. Oh God, God, all the WoW people are gonna be so mad at me. Therisian? You guys want to know an easy way for engagement? Just say something completely wrong. The grand tournament video, apparently I was pronouncing Anubarak wrong, or Anubarak, whatever the hell it's called. And the amount of comments I received on that video were actually insane. All right, I'm gonna go with Big T. 4 mana 3/3 1 frost. Reborn Battlecry and Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. This is ass? Why would I want to play Big T? This seems miserable. 6 mana 4/2. I know, you know what? The Reborn makes it a little annoying though. Tomb Guardians, 4 mana 2 unholy. Summon 2/2 zombies with taunt. Spend 4 corpses to give them Reborn. Oh my. You're spending 4 corpses to get 4 corpses back, but you get the stats. Seems pretty good. I'm kind of for it. Army of the Dead. What do you guys think of this card? We saw this card already. You don't get the corpses back from this one though, right? Because it's raising corpses. I don't know if it's a top 10 card, but that seems pretty decent. I'd be happy to have that. All right. This is my personal take. This is my personal take of the evening. This is my hot take potentially. I think this is the best card of the set. Or the best card from Death Knight that I've seen so far. I think this card's stupid. I think this is gonna be one of the most hated cards of all time. I think this card is just so good. Like, I don't know why you would never want this card unless it's like one single big guy, but like against any deck that plays for wide, pretty nutty. Corpse Bride, love that movie. Have you guys seen that movie? 5 mana 4/4, Battlecry, spend up to 8 corpses, summon a Risen Groom with stats equal to the amount spent. Wow, that's really interesting. That's a lot of stats. 5 mana to potentially get a 12/12? This is ass? How is this? I don't think this is bad. I guess it's like bad if you don't have corpses. So yeah, okay. Nah, I think corpses are better. You're right. Corpse Explosion. 5 mana. I think this card's broken. What is this card? This card says if there's ever a board, goodbye, basically. It does use a corpse every time to deal damage. Yeah, but I mean, like as blood, if I play 5 mana to clear your board, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, even though if I'm spending corpses. Okay, Deathbringer Sourfang. Ooh, Sourfang. 5 mana 3/5, 2 blood, taunt. Death Rattle will turn this to your hand. It costs health instead of mana. Ooh. Oh, that is so scary. Ooh, that is so spooky, man. Theoretically speaking, this is infinite, right? As long as you have the health to play it. I think it'd be a better card if the first half of it was 4 mana. But yeah, 5 mana is just Possessifier. I like the art. 5 mana 3/3, Battlecry, summon 2/1/1 fighters with Rush and Reborn. It's 1 unholy. Oh my God. I think this card's good. It's 4 damage and you're getting a 3/3 and you're getting 4 corpses. Rime Sculptor, 5 mana 3/3, 1 frost. Battlecry, summon 2/2/1 Rime Elementals with Death Rattle. All right, skip. Ass. 6 mana 5/2, Corrupted Ashbringer. Wow. 6 mana to deal 10 damage and get 10 life. It's not, I don't think it's that, but you guys are making it seem like it's awful. You have that card that draws it for 5 mana, so you can get 5 mana to deal 5 damage 10 damage over 2 turns, and you heal that much anyways. I'm not happy to put it in my deck, I think, for the most part, but it's not miserable. Why is it common? Isn't Ashbringer legendary? No Muncher, 6 mana 5/6, taunt, lifesteal at the end of your turn, attack the lowest health enemy and it's undead. God, this card seems really annoying. It is attacking, which is good. And it can go face? Wait, it can go face on an empty board? Oof. It's like Ashbringer, but like isn't it just better? Like I'd rather have this card than this card. Marrow Manipulator, 6 mana 5/5 for triple frost. Battlecry, spend up to 5 corpses to deal 2 damage to random enemy for each. Oh my God, I think it's so bad, but let me try to justify this to myself. Okay, it's really good if there's no opponent. If there's no minions on the opponent's board, this card is insane. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I think it's so meh. Like if you don't have 5 corpses, this feels so bad. Overseer Frigidara, 6 mana 5/6, 2 frost. Battlecry, draw 2. Okay, all right. Let's just take a moment, chat. Let's just take a moment. Would you rather have a card that draws you 2 spells and just does 2 damage to all enemies? Or would you rather have this? This is a top 10 card. That's a nuts card. Alexandros Morgraine. I think that's how you say it. Let's go with that. Morgraine, more problems. 7 mana, 7/7, triple blood. Battle cry for the rest of the game. Deal 3 damage to your opponent at the end of your turn. It's undone. It's pretty garbage. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I don't really want this. The slowest thing I've ever seen in my life. There's just, you're gonna die if you think this is gonna be your win condition. Let's just compare this card to Denathrius, shall we? Because Denathrius is a good showcase of this. I'm playing Unholy, you're playing Triple Blood. You play this card, I play Denathrius. Who do you think wins? Probably Denathrius. I mean, I can see this card seeing play at some point, but like, what if Bran rotates next year? Like, what if they just don't keep him in the core set? I think people are gonna hate this card because it's like an inevitability, and people generally don't like playing against inevitability, but I think this is horrible. It is a spicy card, and I do like spicy cards. I will try to make this work at some point. I probably have a feeling I will. Frostmourne, 7 mana, 5/3, Death Rattle, summon every minion killed by this weapon. Okay, this is a neutral Death Knight card that any Death Knight that wants to can pull this for 6 mana because they have a draw a weapon and reduce the cost by 1. Would I play a 6 mana, 5/3 Frostmourne? Probably not. He's bad. It's 15 damage face though. Frostworm's Fury, 7 mana, triple frost, deal 5 damage, freeze all minions, summon a 5/5 Frostworm. This card is a lot of stuff for 7 mana. It's pretty good. I like dealing 5 damage, freezing all my enemy minions, and summoning a 5/5. For triple frost, you're pretty happy with this. This is a good card. Patchwork, 7 mana, 4/6 Blood Rune 1. I don't know why I said it like that, but I am saying it already. Battlecry, destroy a random minion in your opponent's hand, deck, and battlefield. It's an undone. Chat, are you guys ready for probably the most hated card of all time? So I think this personally is a better card than a better win condition than the 7 mana dude. Jesus, man, it's so good. This is better with Bran. This card is so good. It might need a patchwork. XD, bro. Bone Guard Commander, 8 mana, 8/8, 1 blood. Taunt, battlecry, raise up to 6 corpses as 1/2 risen footman with taunt. Trash. It's a lot of stats. This is Spreading Plague on an 8 mana card, but you need to have 6 corpses. Well, you need to have up to 6 corpses. Probably not good. Lord Marigar. Hey, I know this card. I think this card's broken. What do you guys think? It's like, hey, dude, I'm playing a deck that wants to build around this one anyway, so I'm just gonna put this in. What is this card? I think this card is just so good because you're putting this into a deck that basically says like, oh, I'm gonna build around this card anyways. I'm just gonna slot it in as what, like a potential win condition, right? You're playing this game to build up corpses. You play this card on turn 8, you get a bunch more corpses and you take over the board probably. And then you play Sire Denathrius on turn 10 and you win the game. Soul Stealer, 8 mana, 5/5 triple blood. Battlecry, destroy all other minions. Gain 1 corpse for each enemy destroyed. I think I just got sick from looking at this card. Woo! Holy moly! This card's nuts. Who made this? This is so broken. What the hell is this? Rarran Warlock main is crying. Yep, we're done with Gul'dan's cut. We're moving on. We're gonna be Death Knight mains now. Bye. Everyone say goodbye to Gul'dan. Gul'dan's gone. The Scourge, 9 mana, 2 unholy. Fill your board with random undead. It's Shadow. Was this card good? This card feels bad. Wasn't this the card that Crip revealed? I feel like this is bad. Imagine playing this card, right? You're like, oh, 9 mana, I'm gonna win the game. And then your blood opponent says this. Fodder for Daddy D. Yeah, that's true. As you discover it from the pools, you could be playing blood and still discover Scourge. The fact that you can discover this card, it's pretty good. 9 mana to fill my board. Stitched Giant, 10 mana, 8/8 for 2 unholy, cost 1 less for each corpse you spend. This is the best card I've seen so far. That's disgusting. This is giga nerfed. This is giga nerfed. This is nerfed. I would be baffled if this card doesn't go to like 12 mana. Like, we went through every single Death Knight card that's been released. All right, this is the official top 10 cards from Rarran and chat, but mainly me because chat's absolutely out of their mind. On top of this, I guarantee you that all 10 of these cards, well, all these cards will see play at some point, and they will be arguably meta defining. And on top of that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe. All right, number 10, or no, honorable mention number 1 is this card. The reason why I think this card is good is because generally in blood, spending a corpse to discover another blood rune card is very good. Like, there are too many good blood cards that I'm very happy to discover from a card like this. You're also getting a 2/3, but generally speaking, spending 1 corpse to discover another blood rune card, really good. This card, Frost Strike, is in the same group here as the previous card. Same idea. A lot of the Frost cards look really good in a Frost deck. So if you can generate another Frost deck just for killing a minion and also getting a tempo swing, pretty great. Acolyte of Death in here. I think this card for 1 Frost will probably be used for card draw in Unholy. I think you're gonna go 1 Frost, 2 Unholy, and you're pretty happy with that for the most part. You have a board, and then you probably have some direct damage from Frost spells. It looks pretty great. This card just in general will probably just go into like any deck that wants card draw and plays for board. All right, Vampiric Blood. This card, I think unanimously in chat, looks like one of the ultimate tilters of all time. If you could get 3 corpses, 2 mana to get 10 life and draw a card is gross. And you could discover this card. And that's one of the reasons why that card was on this list, is because if I discover a 3rd one of these, that's 30 potential life over the course of a game. That is literally your starting life if you're not running Renethal. That's crazy. Glacial Advance, pretty easy. It's basically 1 mana to deal 4 damage. I think a lot of people can look at that and be great. Remember when I was just talking about 1 Frost, 2 Unholy? Well, this fits in it really nicely. It is just direct damage. Blood Boil, 5 mana, life steal. Really great way of getting some life and also dealing damage on the board. It is gonna last over multiple turns if minions stick around. It could just be like a Reno Jackson heal against a specific board. It seems really strong. All right, Tomb Guardians. Really good card for Unholy. It is super easy to get corpses. It also just net value of corpses. You just get 4 corpses after spending 4 corpses. Really good in a deck that wants to play for board like Unholy is probably gonna do. Great card, very simple. Probably gonna go into like almost every Unholy deck. Oversee, oh my God, Overseer Frigidera. I mean, we've seen this card since the beginning. It's absolutely nuts. 6 mana to draw 2 cards and just play Consecration with it and get a 5/6 body. That's what I call some primo value. I'm pretty sure Trump's pretty happy with this.
That's really strong. Draw 2 is worth about 3 mana. Deal 2 damage to all enemies is worth about 3 mana. A 5/6 is worth about 4 mana. You add that up together, it's like worth about 10 mana. So run in a deck with Frost spells. It's good.
Patchwork. I mean, Patchwork, win condition on its own. It turns out if you can affect all 3 Battlecry deck in hand, really powerful. And your opponent can't really play around it. If you get to 10 mana, you can play this with Bran. Seems absolutely insane, right? Soul Stealer, man, as a Warlock main, this is me. We just got beat because Blizzard said this card's broken. This is just Twisted Nether, but better. This is such a good board clear. It's absolutely insane. And the fact you get corpses for the enemies that destroyed means that Blood is gonna really like this card. This is like the perfect control tool. Chill Fallen Baron, really good card. Neutral card draw for Death Knight. It will fit into almost any single, it will fit into basically any deck that needs extra card draw, right? So if you need extra card draw, it's good. It's not a flashy effect, but I mean, I wish this card was just straight up neutral. I wish they didn't just give it to Death Knight. Defrost, man, Defrost is pretty good. I talked about earlier, 2 Unholy, 1 Frost is probably gonna make it like a pretty great deck. This fits so nicely into it. It also fits really nicely into just triple Frost to do a ton of damage. Huge fan of this card. Absolutely love this card. Really cool. And then I think arguably the best card of the set for me is Blightfang. This card, if you're playing against absolutely any aggressive deck, absolutely any deck that plays for the board, and you get to play this on turn 3, this card is so frustrating to deal with. Worst case scenario, if they have 1 minion, it's a 3 mana 5/5, but it only gets better with more minions in the way. And on top of that, if you get to play this early, it summons your own board. It's 1 Unholy. Like, I don't understand why they did like this. It's absolutely insane. Anyways, that's my top cards from Death Knight chat after going through all that. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for this expansion? I'm not. I'm just kidding. I love Hearthstone.